Good morning, dear friends. It is my joy to welcome you in this session of our online course 1, module 1 meetings. And this is already, you know, it will be the last one of this academical year. This is the 12th session. We started already on November of 2024. And we're going together every second Saturday. We meet with a little break at Christmas time and Easter. And it is so beautiful to meet regularly and to have the chance to go through this program, which is really a serious, deep, and true answer to the problems that education faces today. And I think that your regular participation and your serious commitment shows this keen interest and deeper understanding of the value of this program. And then we had a very important presentation on the fundamental principle of cultivating a good character. Because as Sathya Sai Baba, the founder of this program, emphasizes, education should be practical, should have a practical implementation. So our life should reflect the understanding of these values. So as a change, this time, and during this concluding session, we thought that instead of putting meditation on the light in the second part, to start with the meditation on the light. It will be the best preparation to enjoy this last concluding session. So sit comfortably, relax, make the time available for yourself, empty your mind, don't think of anything else. You are here just for this meeting. Try to put everything aside and let us start by going deep within, following this beautiful guiding that it is already recorded. And as you know, you can find it in our YouTube channel, any case you would like to use. Let's start now and go through this all together.
Let us sit comfortably with our head, neck, shoulders relaxed. Let us begin to take a few deep breaths. Natural, deep, and rhythmic. Let us inhale and exhale, releasing all the stress in the body. Let us inhale again to release all the difficult emotions we may be dealing with. And once more, to let go of all the fears. Now imagine a very bright and radiant flame in front of the eyes at eye level. Gaze at this radiant flame for a moment with the eyes half open. And now gently close your eyes and visualize this flame in the center of your spiritual heart. And just like a lotus bud, when it feels the warmth of the sun, our spiritual heart feels the warmth of the light and opens one petal after another, revealing an even brighter and radiant light within. This light is pure energy, and it helps us in every situation in life. Let us now spread the light to all the parts of the body. Let us expand it to the hands. Our hands are filled with the pure light. Feel the warmth of the light in the hands. And let us silently affirm, may these hands always help, never hurt. Let us now expand the light from the spiritual heart down to the feet. And the feet are filled with the pure light. Feel the warmth of the light in the feet. And again, let us silently affirm, may these feet be guided to good places and to good company. Let us now radiate the light from our spiritual heart upwards, reaching the mouth. And the mouth is filled with the pure energy. And once more, we silently affirm that we may always speak kindly, gently, and softly. Always speak the truth and only what is necessary and useful. Let us now radiate the light to the ears, and the ears are filled with the pure light. And we once more silently affirm that may these ears listen with tolerance and patience. Let's now radiate the light to the eyes, and the eyes are filled with the pure, radiant energy. And again, we silently affirm that we may see the good in everyone and everything. And now finally, let us radiate the light to the head, and our mind and thoughts are filled with the pure energy. And we silently affirm again, darkness cannot exist in the presence of light. Now observe the whole body is illuminated. We are bathed in this pure, radiant energy. We are glowing. Feel the radiance. Let us now radiate the light outwards in wider and wider circles, embracing our family members, friends, neighbors, the ill, the needy, the elderly, the suffering, even to those people with whom we have difficult relationships with. The circle of light becomes more and more wider as it embraces more and more people. It envelopes the whole city, the country, the whole world. It enfolds all the living beings and non-living, the plants, the forests, the animals, the mountains, the sky, the moon, the stars, the sun, the whole universe. It stretches out to infinity. Let us remind ourselves, I am in the light. The light is in me. I am the light. And this light permeates everyone and everything. As the light becomes more and more intense, everything else just fades away. There is only one light. Let us now concentrate and contemplate on the light and the breath. Let us dive deeper within with each breath. Listen to the silence within. Let us enjoy this state of being immersed in the light and silence for some time. And now gently bring the light back down to the spiritual heart, and know that it is always there within to guide, protect, and inspire you. And knowing this fills you with gratitude. And now, whenever you're ready, very gently begin to move the fingertips. Join your palms together, rubbing them. Cup your eyes and allow the energy generated in between the palms to infuse new awareness through the eyes. And very gently uncover the eyes, flutter open the eyes, stretch and smile.
Thank you so much, dear Varsa, for guiding us so swiftly, smoothly to this inner journey to discover the light and then to expand it outside also. A small one practices this fundamental technique, then he comes closer and closer to this inner source. So I will advise all of you to make good habit to practice this meditation on the light daily. Because after all, when we discover this inner light, we have all the human values. The human values are just an expression of this inner truth, inner wisdom. When you realize the unity, because this is beautiful with this meditation on the light, that it expands and it spreads everywhere, and then it gives this feeling of unity. When you experience this unity, then truth, love, righteousness, all these human values, peace, non-violence, they come naturally, because this is then ourselves. We act from this part, which is our true self. So it was really very nice that we started our session today with a meditation on the light. And now we are going to continue, conclude this first part, complete this first part with a little more information about an important field of action of the International Sathya Sai organization, which is the Sathya Sai Schools, because it's there where formally and daily the students have the opportunity to, of course, to follow their normal curriculum, but also to be inspired from the very young age with the beauty of human values. So this will be a brief update for all of you regarding the Sathya Sai Schools and Institutes, which are actually the formal part of Sathya Sai education. Already we heard Raksa speaking about the Sathya Sai Schools and the Institutes, and he gave a very nice example for the school in Bahia de Caracas. She has visited 4 times, as he said. Here you can see a list with Sathya Sai, just to have a good knowledge about that around the world. In the Sathya Sai International Organization is divided in zones. So zone 1, in zone 1, as you can see, we have 6 Sathya Sai schools and 3 institutes of Sathya Sai education. In zone 2A, which is, as you see, the countries, Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Guatemala, Mexico, Puerto Rico, there we have 4 schools, 4 Sathya Sai schools, and 4 institutes. In South America, which is the zone 2B, we have 10 schools, 1 in Argentina, 3 in Brazil. Brazil was one of the countries that started very early implementing the Sathya Sai education human values. Colombia, 2. Ecuador, as we just heard, there are 2 schools there. Paraguay, it was the last school that started before 1 year, I think, 2 years. And in Venezuela. And we have also 8 institutes of Sathya Sai education. Then moving to Australia, Fiji, New Zealand, this part of the world, there we have 3 Sathya Sai schools and 3 institutes. And then in the countries of Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, we heard also that in Thailand was one of the first Sathya Sai schools, together with Zambia. There we have 5 schools and 5 institutes. In Hong Kong and Japan, we have 2 institutes of Sathya Sai education. In South Europe, it is our institute. There's no Sathya Sai school. Same in North Europe, but as you will see, there are some partnership schools. And finally, in Africa, we have 11 Sathya Sai schools in 8 countries, as you can see in this list, and 1 institute that serves all Africa. So in total, and today, as you are informed already by our communication, we have the joy to have with us the head of management of Sathya Sai School of Ghana, George Bosompem, who in the second part who will speak a little more, and we will have the opportunity to be inspired to know more about the Sathya Sai School and its work in Ghana. So we have totally 39 schools and 28 institutes around the world, which is a good number and shows the impact of Sathya Sai education. And the majority of the people, the big number of people, educators or volunteers that work with dedication for Sathya Sai education in human values. Here you can see some photos: Malaysia, Canada, Australia, Ecuador, Kenya. And I would like to mention already, if you noticed, Raksha said that a part of the Sathya Sai schools, we have also partnership schools. What are these partnership schools? These are schools that they don't bear the name Sathya Sai, but they implement the principles of Sathya Sai education. That means they have 5 human values. As you can see in this list, we have 2 in USA, 2 in Mexico, 1 in Puerto Rico, 2 in Ecuador, apart the 2 Sathya Sai schools, 2 more partnership schools, 2 in Peru, 2 in Brazil, 5 in Indonesia, 1 in Latvia, and 3 in Haiti. Haiti is supported from North Europe, from the Institute of North Europe, of which our dear Marianne Meyer is the director, and she's with us. We will have the chance to hear from her in the second part. And here you can see a beautiful photo with the 5 human values you see on the wall from one of the schools in Haiti. Very, very difficult situation there that the country faces. But still, in this very challenging situation, that even the life is risked of the people, some dedicated people find a way to work with the children and to implement the human values. Finally, I would like to inform you about a very important publication that the International Organization Education Committee has started from January 2023, which is a newsletter in which you can find many different articles how ISSE-SE is implemented around the world. You can see here some issues. Now we have reached to the 10th issue, because this is a magazine that is published every 3 months. So we had 4 for the year 2023, and then we continue with 4 more in 2024. And already in this year, 2025, 2 more issues, number 9, as you can see here, and they are so beautifully made. At the background of this newsletter is our dear Suzanne Karenini. She's a professional, and she has this wonderful idea. Welcome, Suzanne. It gives me the chance to thank you and to express our gratitude for this initiative of yours. It was her idea, and she's doing very dedicatedly. And now she can speak a little more about this, and we can navigate with Suzanne in the website of our institute, where you can find these newsletters, and you can also find many other material, much more material of what we discuss here. I would like to end with here, but I will leave Suzanne to do this. I can show you some articles from these newsletters. For example, in China, in Ghana, we will hear, in Colombia, this is a word in a school of Brazil, then SSHV training and education in Haiti, as I said before, very beautiful article, you get an idea. Then here in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, there is a Sathya Sai primary school, and there is also in Indonesia, the Sathya Sai School of Bali. Again here, Malaysia, in Buenos Aires, in Argentina, another award for the Sathya Sai College of Australia, and another school that in India, in North India, Himachal Pradesh, Sri Sathya Sai Educare Vidya Pratishthan. And this is an article for the last school, Sathya Sai School, which was inaugurated, as you can see, on February 23, 2024 in Paraguay. So to close this brief update, let's keep in mind that the whole work for Sathya Sai education is transformation. The transformation of the person is at the basis of the transformation of the world. When man's behavior is exemplary, society becomes perfect. And a quote that I like very much, and often I use to close some presentation: make your life rose, which speaks cycling in the fragrance of love. So I will give now the floor to Suzanne, to our dear Suzanne. Good morning, Suzanne.
Good morning, George.
A little more about the website and the newsletter.
Yes, of course. So good morning, everyone. It's a joy for me to be here. And I will share my screen so we can, let's see. Do you see the website page? I think so.
Yes, now we can see it here, Suzanne.
Okay. Well, first of all, just one word about the newsletter that we will see shortly, where we can find it on the website. It is, yes, truly, truly, truly inspiring to work at this. Of course, it's teamwork, like everything we do in the Institute. And it is really a joy. And as I said, so inspiring to be in contact with all this information, to learn more and more about the community programs, the Sathya Sai schools, the lessons that are carried out that are value-based and SSEHV-based around the world, the Institute work. So it's really, really, I invite you also to check out these newsletters, because it's a condensed publication where you can find a lot of information and a lot of inspiration. And about the website, and we will see how we can get to these publications. Very, very briefly, yes, we have a website, which, a little bit like the newsletter, is a container, as many websites are containers. So inside on the website, you can find a lot of information. And well, of course, there is a home page which focuses on certain information we wanted to highlight, and a value focus you can click on, and then a quote, and the faculty members. And like all websites, we have a menu on the top. So of course, if we navigate through the menu, we have information about the Institute, who we are, the goals, the beautiful SSEHV around the world that we just saw presented by Raksha, which was really so uplifting and inspiring. Information about the founder, the faculty again, and the history behind this Institute and the SSEHV program and Educare focus and philosophy. And then we go a little bit more deeply into SSEHV. So again, the Educare philosophy, the 5 human values, the method, the key difference, the triple partnership, and it goes unity of head, heart, and hand. And so I'm strolling down with you, an environment of love. So you will see all of the topics that the Institute and that the training pattern goes through, and you can find it here again, so you can go deeper into this information and receive further information and inspiration. Then we have a lot of resources, and in our resources, I will not open these pages for you now because it would take a little bit too long. But as you see, the resources present a project, which is the Peace Friends project, lesson plans. One thing I'd like to stress is that, like all websites, this is work in progress. So we are updating. Some things have been updated and renewed. Others still have not, but we are in the process of doing this. And you will also find some stories, songs, some pages dedicated to what we have called living values, because it actually shares some information, some practices where the values are brought to life through particular programs, video clips, and links to other websites which which of course are inspired by SSEHV and offer further information. Then we have a section dedicated to news and events, which also offers information on the training activities carried out by the Institute, upcoming events, conferences, and highlights. And here we are finally to the publication section. And here you will find the Educare Handbook. Here, perhaps we can go in just 1 second, very briefly, very quickly. So you will find the handbook. Handbook 1, Handbook 2 is in progress. And you can download this and have it at your disposal whenever you wish. Then we have, under publications, we have all of the Educare magazines. These are 9 issues that were drawn up a few years ago, and they again are filled with information and very practical and activities and stories that you can use at school or in the family. And then we have a link to a beautiful piece book that is a guide for the whole society, which was drawn up in collaboration with the Education Committee of the SSSIO and the Institute of Sathya Sai Education of Australia, North Europe, Hong Kong, USA, and West Indies. And this too, you can connect to the website and download it. And finally, we have our section dedicated to the newsletters. And as I said, it is work in progress. So number 10, which is our last issue, is not yet on the website, but it soon will be. And here you find all of the issues, and you can download them all, of course, for free, and go through the issues at your pleasure. So, and then of course we have our contact page. So, of course, if anyone has any feedback or questions about the website, they can always write to us and send it through email. So I think this is all, George, and I will.
Thank you very much, Suzanne. Yes, it was.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you again for taking care of the website and updating and creating all this wonderful work. And again, as with you, I will urge all participants, everyone, you can share. The website is there in order to spread the knowledge of SSEHV, of this program. So very freely, it is open for everyone. You can share it with anyone.
Thank you.
At this point, now we have already 1 hour has passed, and we need a break. So we will have our 5 minutes break, and then we will continue. Stay with us. It will be very nice because as already have received the message, we have with us our George Bosompem, who is the head of management of Sathya Sai School of Ghana. So we'll have the opportunity to hear a little more about this. So enjoy your break. So welcome back after this beautiful break. Often when I see this and I'm a little relaxed, I think that is really nature is really the best gift. And when we can go and have the chance to take a break from our daily duties, to walk, and then to feel the presence of beauty, the presence of light, of life everywhere, which creates all this magnificent scenery that we can enjoy. This is the best way to connect with the ultimate source of everything, with truth, with love, with God, whatever name we want to use. And from this connection to draw strength, peace, and happiness. And also music. I am sure that you will agree with me that music is the finest of all arts because it goes very deep in your heart and it can create a feeling which is really very precious. So coming back after this break with these few words, I would like now to call George Bosompem, who is here with us. He is connected from Ghana. And George, you are with us. Can you open your camera? And we are very happy. Welcome. Welcome.
Hello. No.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah.
I think in Ghana there, it is 2 hours before, 3 hours. What is the time there?
2 hours.
10 o'clock?
9:10.
9:10. So 3 hours from Greece, 2 hours from.
2 hours. Yeah.
Okay. So welcome. And we are very happy that we'll have the chance to discuss with you and to hear something about the Sathya Sai School of Ghana. But before, we'd like to read some information about George, so we will know a little of his background.
Yes.
So George Bosompem was born on September 1958 in Ghana. He's a civil engineer by profession. He has also studied business management, customer relations management, and accounting at the University of Ghana in Accra. Accra is the capital of Ghana. He studied marketing at the University College of Management Studies in Accra, and also studied microfinance at the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration. Brother George later studied at the Ghana National Banking College and Business School Netherlands in Buren, Netherlands, and graduated with an MBA in Finance and Risk Management. At the moment, he serves as the Managing Director of Atma Construction and Trading Company based in Accra, the capital city of Ghana. Let's see something about his spiritual life now. This is concerning the studies and all this. But what is important also to know about the spiritual interest that I think it connects with all of us, because this is the main purpose that we are all here. So very early, Brother George started his spiritual life in 1983 at the age of 25 with the Hare Krishna movement, now called International Society of Krishna Consciousness. Maybe you have heard about that. And after 10 years, he joined the Sri Sathya Sai organization in 1993. He struggled to put a party sometimes. First time it was during the first World Youth Conference in 1997, and had some interviews with Sri Sathya Sai Baba. By the inspirational messages received from Sai Baba in subsequent visits to Putta Party, George became a youth counselor and has traveled to other countries in Africa, in Europe, Asia, and South America, counseling the youth on human values. Currently, he is the National Council President of Ghana within the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization, and he is the head of management of Sathya Sai School of Ghana, which Sathya Sai School, George, is not in Accra. Huh? Where is the school placed?
Sairam. Here. Good morning. The school is at Old Tafu in the eastern region of Ghana, about 60 kilometers away from Accra. So I travel there almost every 2 weeks to look at what is happening there. Yeah, to look at the progress of the school.
Can you share how and when the school was founded? What was the inspiration in the beginning to start? Because this is a very big task to start a school. Yeah, and it needs a lot of dedication and effort. What was the inspiration that made you?
Yeah, inspiration, yes. My brother George is a very intelligent man and devotee, very intelligent. People don't ask this question, but this is the most important question people should ask. The school started September 2009. That is September 2009, about 16 years ago. And we actually admitted 8 students to start with, 5 girls and 3 boys. So within 3 years, we had got about 50 students. And then within about the next 6 years, we will rise up to 250 students. That was 2019. We're having 250. But the inspiration, as you have said, came as we started teaching EHV in schools, in other schools in Ghana. Almost the whole country was suffused with EHV. Ghana was the first country outside India to organize an EHV conference in 1986. Ghana was the first country throughout the whole world to organize an EHV conference. So Ghana was the hub of EHV. But our leaders, at that time, I was very young, and I had no say as such in the organization. Brother Kishin, the top people, Professor Udro, Dr. Techide were there. So they didn't have any idea of forming their own school. But at a particular point, the parents said EHV was actually wasting the time of their children. So we should go and form our own school and then teach EHV. That brought the inspiration. So when I joined in 93, I actually forced the management to let us establish our own school. And it took us about 10 years before we got a land, a very good land, because people were tossing us up and down, and then finally we got a land, a very big land indeed, and we started the school. So it was the inspiration that we had from parents. Go and form your own school and teach your own EHV. Don't go to school and teach them. Sairam, this the where the inspiration came.
I can see. So you had the experience, and it was also a group of educators, a group of people who were inspired with human values, and so this was the start, as you say. Yeah, this inspiration. Now I would share, because you sent me some photos, I would like to share just to have a to be able to see. This is the Sathya Sai School. And can you tell me at the moment how many students and teachers? I think you said 250. How many are there now?
Now the number has reduced. During the COVID time, we had a reduction. We had a reduction of the number of students because some parents traveled with their children, and the number reduced. And also, we're also having some sort of financial difficulties. So the number, we reduced the number ourselves. So now we have 172 students, 172 students. I mean, across the nursery, the kindergarten, the primary, lower and upper primary, and then we have the JHS, junior high school, 172 students presently. But we are comfortable with that number.
Of course. It's already big enough. And how many teachers? But you said primary, lower primary, higher primary, and then junior school
secondary
also.
School. Yeah, junior high school.
Till what age are the students?
Well, the nursery, we start them from age 3, nursery. And then the lower primary, they start from age 6. And then when you get to the upper primary, then the child will be around 9 years. And then when you go to the junior high school, then the child would be something around 13 years. So by 16 years, he has completed the junior high school.
I see. And how many teachers you have now in the school?
Yeah, we have 14 teachers and 6 non-teaching staff.
I see.
14 teachers and 6 non-teaching staff, 2 drivers, 2 kitchen staff, a watchman, and a cleaner. So all making 20.
Maybe you can share very quickly, how do the human values are integrated in the daily program? Maybe you can describe. Now we can see, I suppose, morning meeting of the students. They are coming together. How do you implement the human values?
Yes, we use the direct approach. We use the indirect approach. The direct mostly in the classrooms where we devote some time and then teach them the EHV, I mean the values itself. And then the indirect, we go outside, we use trees, we use rivers, we use something like old ladies, I mean, just to integrate. And then when you come to the classroom too, there are subjects, mathematics, social science, biological science, we try to integrate the values within the subject itself. So they are learning without knowing that they are practicing EHV. And eventually, we use the holistic approach. Actually, the school is suffused with EHV. All our walls have nonviolence, truth, right conduct, wherever you pass, even in the washroom, there's nonviolence emblem there, there's this, there's this. So the whole school is suffused with EHV.
Exactly. And here also we can see some pictures. And as you say, I saw that the buildings also are named according to the 5 human values, the classes. And now you are developing more?
Yes. The school has suffered for the past 5 to 6 years. We're not developing. But lo and behold, last year, the letters that I wrote to friends here, I don't officially ask for money. And we don't have people assisting. But last year, we were fortunate to get some funds. And then this year, too, we got some funds. And we have started the top building. The downstairs have been there for 10 years. It is just last year we started building the top. So 3 classrooms. Yeah, last year was 2 classrooms we built. This year we are building 3 classrooms. I need more classrooms.
And I was impressed that you were telling me that you have also a big land and you want to cultivate and to make also some good use of this land, like we can see in this photo. And,
The land is 41.6 acres. 41.6 acres, a very big land. Actually, our target is to nursery to university level. And we have delayed, but all are in the hands of God. We have delayed. By this time, we should be ahead. But because we don't have support, that is why we are moved slowly. And the farm is something that helps us. We use the food to feed the students. We use the food to feed it. Other than that, the school might have collapsed long time. But because of the land, we are able to grow food crops. And now we have 20 acres of palm trees, which would grow, and then we can have a regular income. That was the initiative I started last year and this year. 20 acres of palm trees. So you can see that the workers are working on the field.
Yeah, this is wonderful. And I would like also to ask you, dear George, because you are so many years implementing and then in the school, can you share some testimonials, let's say, from students, from teachers, from parents, which show the impact of this education in human values that had to the people?
Yes, for that, the school is a miracle school. I have to be frank. We are actually raised the standard of the people in that area. The school of that caliber, if it is in Accra, we will collect something around $100 a term. But the school is practically free. It was just recently that I introduced an amount of about $10, $20 per term. That is woefully inadequate, but at least to reduce the suffering, especially me, myself, to reduce the suffering. So I introduced that $10, $20 as a donation from some of the parents of the children, those who have it. But practically, Sathya Sai School is free. That is why we have the problems. We don't have that adequate money to make it 100%. So we collect only 25%. And the students are so happy. But because that caliber of school, you can't find it in that area. You can't find it. The parents also work on our farms. We give them seeds. We give them weedicides. We give them adequate supply of money on their pockets. So the parents are happy. the children are happy, the chief is happy, everybody is happy. Sathya Sai School has made a change, a complete difference. And educators don't even understand why the school is moving like that. We don't have so much infrastructure. We have only 2 buildings, only 2 big buildings, that's all. The second one is not even complete. But the school, the whole area, I will say more as you ask the questions.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes,
Yeah.
school is not only the buildings. It is the manpower, it is the children. And what you said is very important. Everybody is made happy. But let us now conclude, not to be very long, but as we come to complete this discussion, maybe can you share one story, let's say, that has touched your heart mostly? One that
Yes.
proves
Yes.
the validity of the human rights.
Oh yes, yes. I have so many stories. As I'm saying, God is behind the school. When in 2019, the school was up to JHS 2. The JHS curricula is supposed to take 3 years, but we were in our second year. We have not gone to the third year. So we were limited to the second year. But we had other schools who have gone to the third year and were even writing government exams. But they invited us to a science competition. They wanted us to come and join. So we were the 12th school to join them, because the parents, if we don't join, the parents will not be okay. So when we went there, in fact, I was afraid that we were going to be last, because we don't have students in the third year, and the course is for 3 years, and we have only students at the second year. But lo and behold, when we started the competition, the organizers thought we were going to be eliminated completely. But we went to the quarterfinals, we went to the semifinals, and we went to finals. And we became the second best school within the competition.
Amazing.
Now, presently, the school is topping the whole district, made up of 97 schools. The school is topping academically, but it is all within the EHV that we teach them. It is when they get to junior high school, we start them with meditation. We start them with light meditation. And their whole mind haven't got any negative idea. It's positive. Our children don't even think. When you ask them questions, they know it already. They know it. They don't even have to think. They know it. That is why we produce very good results. But as I said, we lack certain resources, which does not give us way to expand. But we know somewhere God will arrange, and we can get people to assist us to get to the university level.
This is sure, dear George, because Sathya Sai says that when there is good motive and very noble work, then everything else is provided. And when people see this work and the great results, of course, everybody will be willing to support. I'm sure, as recently you said, this was done, and we will be very happy to see the school developing more and more. I think it will be interesting to note down. Now we don't have more time to discuss. I'm sure that you will share many more stories, but keep in mind, if you note down some important events, instances like this that you described, and please also provide us in the Institute, and as you saw before the newsletter, maybe also, we had already an article of the Sathya Sai School on Ghana, but with good stories, in order to spread more and more the message, keep it in mind. I know an extra work. I know that you're busy from the morning till the night, and I admire your full dedication to this noble task, because you don't go so close. You have to make this way all the time from Accra to the school. And but it is like this. I think this Sathya Sai Education Human Values programs are maintained by people like you, who are willing to sacrifice time, energy, money, and to offer to this noble cause. So thank you very much. Unfortunately, we don't have more time. And thank you for your time and for accepting our invitation. I think it was the best way to have you with us in our concluding session and to show in practice what Sathya Sai School means, what Sathya Sai Education Human Values means.